You know, I can honestly say I'm disappointed to be standing here so early. I thought going into the playoffs we were better positioned. I thought we could give Detroit a much better opposition than what we did. And so, you know, we're going to have to go back and really look hard and figure out what happened and where we went wrong and where our projections came up short. You know, I thought we had a good regular season, a real fight to get to the playoffs. But to me, you know, going and losing 4 straight is just not acceptable. It's not something we can sit here and be happy with at all. So we're going to look at it, we're going to figure out what we're wrong, and then we're going to fix it so that next year we're not sitting here quite so early.
Is the off ice a major part in why this team failed to perform?
No, not at all. We haven't used that as an excuse all year long, and we're not going to sit here and make excuses for our performance. It's certainly, you know, long term. I think you know, after the other night, I think Dave Tippett addressed it fully. It's something that needs to be resolved for us to go forward. To have a strong, winning organization, you have to have strong leadership from the top, and we're going to get it. This will be settled by hook or by crook, certainly in the next weeks or months ahead. But all in all, I'm not sitting here today and making excuses for the performance. It's not. We have enough players and shown we can play with anybody in this league, and we didn't do it. You do have to congratulate Detroit. They are a terrific team. I thought they were vulnerable coming into the playoffs. They looked a little banged up, and yet they were very, very serious. And I thought much more serious about our team than maybe a year ago. So we weren't able to ratchet our game up, and I thought they did. And that shows why they're an organization that keeps winning. And that's where we want to be, and we have to be. So for me to sit here and say, boy, it's a great season, and blame the franchise woes on the performance of the team, that's just a cop-out to me. I won't accept it. I'm confident we're going to stay here. I am. I believe that Matt Holzhauser, got to know Matt well over the last 4 or 5 months. He's committed. He's worked very hard. I mean, I laugh when you read the reports about that he's basically getting this team for nothing. I mean, it's not. There's a lot of resources he's putting into this deal to make it happen. We know hockey will work here in Phoenix. I know it'll work. Now, there's a time involved. Does that mean next year, if we're here, we're going to have 17,000 season tickets? I think that's a little unrealistic. It's going to take some time, you know, years to really get our fan base back. But if you look at this team and this franchise for the last 2 years, every time you blink, people are saying they're leaving town, they're leaving town. You know, God bless the NHL. Thank you for giving us a chance. And it has nothing, this is not disparaging wherever we may end up at all. I think there's some great locations for NHL franchises going forward, but this city is a major league city. It's a professional city. They'll support a winner. They won't support a bad organization, bad performance year after year after year. It's not going to happen, but it's not going to happen in 2/3 of the league either. So I'd like to try this thing where we're not getting kicked in the stomach every time we turn around. And that's what I felt, even going into the playoffs. You know, every day we're talking about this franchise issues. Every day. It's not team performance. It's always this off-ice stuff. You get sick of it. But it is what it is, and that's to answer your question. I've always believed it. I think it's something that can happen. It's far from dead. If it doesn't, then we'll deal with it. But right now, I feel good it's going to happen.